Art can be expressed through photography, paintings and sculptures. Now when we talk about photography, photography is amazing. We all love photos. Now for photography is timeless and a lot of beautiful and amazing stories can be told through photography. Today I am at Circe Art Gallery and from what I understand, an award-winning photographer, Guillaume Bon, is showcasing his work. And his work basically reflects the last vestiges of the East African coastline before they disappear. So come with me and let's get to see what photography exhibition is all about. My name is KellyWeils and this is Fashion Hub Extra.
Welcome to Circe Art Gallery. My name is Don Handa and I'm gallery manager. Circe Art was started in 2012. Our director, Danda Yarolimek, previously used to work at the Kuona Trust. She was director at Kuona Trust. So when she left in 2012, she decided to set up a company that would offer a professional art advisory service for people who are interested in collecting art from the region and also a professional exhibition space for artists that she'd been working with in this space. When we started out, we used to do pop-up exhibitions in different locations. Then in 2015, the gallery space was opened. And so since 2015, this has been the main space where we do exhibitions. We do about 6 to 8 exhibitions. We usually end up at 7 in a year. Our exhibition program focuses on artists from Eastern Africa. So that's Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Sudan and Ethiopia. More recently, we've exhibited a few artists from outside the region. So we've had an exhibition of an artist from Nigeria. We've also recently had an exhibition of a Sudanese artist based in Cairo. But generally the bulk of the exhibition program is Eastern African artists based within East Africa and also artists based outside. So the artists we work with who perhaps are based in the UK or who are based in the US but who are from here. And so we exhibit their work. In addition to our gallery program, we also show work at a few international art fairs. And these usually are an opportunity for us to present work by artists based here to an audience outside of Nairobi and broaden the global reach and the global audience for their work. Some of the art fairs that we've done recently include 154 Contemporary African Art Fair in London and this year in New York as well. We've shown at the Cape Town Art Fair, at the Artex Lagos, at also known as Africa in Paris, and this year for the first time we'll also be showing work at Swab in Barcelona. So we have the exhibitions, we have the art fairs, and finally once a year, Circe Art Agency, the company, also runs an auction. This is called Art Auction East Africa. And this focuses on work from the modern and contemporary period. So it's a combination of older work by previous generations of artists as well as artists still working today. The auction is divided up between primary market work, which is sold directly from the artists, and secondary market work, which is sold from collectors who are interested in reselling work. But the idea is as the auction grows to focus especially on the secondary market work. And so it's an opportunity for us to bring to the market work by older artists that perhaps may not be very easily available, to also demonstrate the importance of investing in work and demonstrating the value of the different artists that we work with and the work that they create. This exhibition is by an artist called Guillaume Bon. Guillaume Bon is a French Malagasy photographer. He was born in Madagascar and he grew up in Kenya. And this is actually the first time we've had a solo exhibition of photography. We've shown photography once before. Towards the end of 2016, we had an exhibition called Frontiers of the Present, curated by James Murioki, who's a photographer himself. And that was a group show of photography, but this is the first time we've shown a solo exhibition of photography. Now, as a medium, we have in the region, in our experience, we have the bulk of the artists we work with are working in painting, working in a variety of media, painting, sculpture, performance video, and so on and so forth. But we haven't had that many artists we've worked with who we've shown photography. And so this felt like the right fit to begin with. Guillaume is a friend of the gallery. We've shown his work once before. We've included his work once in our auction as well. But also the story that he's telling with this work felt like something that we were very happy to be a part of. It's a journey that he took, the photographs. He's traveled from Maputo all the way to Mogadishu, so it documents sort of the different spaces and changing environment along the East African coast. And the work was done and it went to a photo book called Mosquito Coast. And now this is the very first time we're exhibiting the work in Nairobi, and so we're very happy to be the one space where we show this work as well. So the photographs that you'll see in the gallery are from different places, so Mozambique, Tanzania, Kenya, and Somalia. And the idea for him was, as a place that he's traveled a lot working as a photojournalist as well, he's traveled a lot through these different places. He was trying to capture how the space has been evolving and changing. So there's a lot that is happening in terms of politics, in terms of commerce and economy, which is really affecting how these different places, these cities, these small towns are evolving. And so there's structures and buildings and spaces that sort of remind you of what the past was, and then there's new structures coming up that are being propelled by economic development and so on and so forth. So you have a mix of photography of, a home under construction in Malindi, but then you have also a bombed out cathedral in Mogadishu, and then you have a library in Tanga in Tanzania. And the idea is to just try and capture these little vestiges of the past and, have something to mark these moments as the spaces evolve over time. Now, The Warriors is an ongoing body of work. So in addition to the work, the Maputo to Mogadishu photographs, this is an ongoing body of work that Bon has been doing. He's someone who's very interested in nature and conservation and the environment. And so he started doing these works just from observing the rangers in the game reserves and just watching them getting ready for missions, how they dress before they deploy. And he got very interested in the way in addition to their fatigues that they'd wear, the different way they'd use plants and different sort of fibers and things to try and camouflage themselves. And so he got interested in how, in addition to the work that they do, just visually, you have this image of a kind of pageantry, a kind of costume. And so that's how he started doing these photographs. And so it's an ongoing body of work that's photographs of these people. And the name Warriors, I guess, comes for him from that belief in the work they do in protecting the environment and risking their lives to go and protect nature and animals and plant life in the spaces where they work. So that's in that room we have 5 photographs, the large one as well as 4 smaller ones, but it's something that's still in progress. It's not a body of work that's completed yet. And so we wanted to show, in addition to these photographs, it's a project that's very dear to him, and we wanted to show a sample of that as well. And that's how we've ended up with an exhibition, and we sort of set it up in 2 sections. One of the pictures that people have been very interested in is the large photograph at the entrance, Mogadishu. That one, it's an image of a bombed out cathedral in Mogadishu, and then Bon took that. It was during a mission, and he took the picture actually in a hurry because the woman just happened to walk by while they were passing by driving, and so he rolled down the window of the vehicle he was in and took that photograph. And that's an image that's been very, very popular. We've noticed with people who've come to see the exhibition. Another one that we found have really liked is a photograph of the Malindi beach house, which is an abandoned building, and you have sun settling and filling up the rooms inside. And then for myself, my personal favorites would be there's these 3 photographs, the 3 small photographs, which is a cafe, a veranda, and a library in Tanzania. And then there's that large photograph of the ship, Arafat. And then there's this photograph of an abandoned building which has a date on it, and the date is actually the date of independence of Mozambique. And the photograph is an abandoned building in Beira, which was a city that was devastated during the Civil War.
All right, guys, there you have it. How amazing, how beautiful. My favorite was, that abandoned house that is filled with sand. So beautiful. Now, what I can tell you is every moment, make sure you've captured it in a photo, because photos are timeless. Photos will forever tell stories. That's all for now. Until next time, keep it BrandPlus TV.